Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Today I am going to interview Srimati Vinaya Narayanan, who is a very passionate Mohiniyattam dancer and the senior disciple of Padmasree Bharati Shivaji ma'am. Namaste. Namaste. So can you just give an introduction towards your journey to art or dance?
Started young, when I was about 5 years old. Basically, my school teacher, LKG teacher, came and told my mother that she is not willing to come and participate in the anniversary function because we taught her a song. We didn't teach her any dance. So she wants to dance, but she said unless she is allowed to participate for a dance, she will not sing whatever taught to her. So she came and complained this to my mother. My mother said okay. Then she had asked her friend to get a folk song, and then they both, my mother and her, practiced that song. And that friend's daughter taught me some movements, because my mother has no sense of any art form actually. But I don't know how they sang also, I don't remember. But then she stitched a dress for me and somehow managed to convince me that you will dance that day.
Okay.
But that day, they didn't allow me actually to dance. They put me on the stage for singing.
Okay.
I screamed through the mic saying, I want to dance, only then I will sing. And they pulled me back and then again put on that dress and pushed me back. And I was happy doing some some dance, and then I sang also. So then whoever saw it said, this girl has some talent in dance, so why don't you teach her proper dance? Then Amma took all the pains to find a good teacher. We were staying in Calicut University. She, used to take me by bus, carry me every weekend, take me to Saraswati teacher. For few classes, I think I went there. Saraswati teacher is Kalamandalam Saraswati. MT Vase's wife, yeah. But seeing Amma's difficulty carrying all the way, to and fro from Calicut University to the town, she said, if you can wait for some time, there's a very good girl passing out of Kalamandalam. She's just turning 19 and she wants to start her own class. So I will send her there. She's working as my assistant, going to work as my assistant also here. I will send her for your class. That's better. So Amma was very happy, and teacher Kalamandalam Vinodini started coming for my class. Initially it was an individual class, but then eventually it became a group class. Every Sunday morning till 2:30 we'll be doing only dance. Then she'll have lunch and then go back. That used to be the pattern till I was in 5th standard. And Amma was so adamant. Actually, Kalamandalam teacher was very strict. Very strict, that so much strict that after starting the classes, I started making excuses. I was panicky the moment she would come. So I told Amma, I don't want to learn dance anymore. Amma didn't, she said, she was very strict. She said, you said you want to learn dance. I took so much pain for that. Now I won't let you stop because you have a talent. I can also see it. So she made it a point that every day morning, I used to study in government school, Malayalam medium. Till 5th standard, I studied in a Malayalam medium. So then I had I think 11 o'clock shift. So early morning she would wake me up, make me practice dance, then music, and then only any homework or any other thing. So this was my routine till my 5th standard, every day, single day. And then Sunday was of course full day, almost full day practice. So I had a very thorough basic practice, and teacher is an amazing teacher. So then got a very good teacher right from the beginning. That was my blessing. Similarly for music also, I got very good teachers all along the journey. So almost same time I started both.
And when are you introduced to Bharati ma'am, and how was the transition? Just like you were a Bharatanatyam dancer and you completely shifted to Mohiniyattam.
I used to do Bharatanatyam, Mohiniyattam and Kuchipudi.
Oh,
As was the trend that time in Kerala. I was still learning under Kalamandalam Vinod teacher when Bharati ma'am had announced a workshop in Calicut. This is 97.
97.
Yeah. Then I had just passed out of my end, and in fact, Bharati ma'am is such a, I mean, everybody looks up, at her. She's a Padmasree holder, and no one had seen her at that proximity. So we all, all the parents from teachers, students, as well as from Saraswati teachers, students, dance school. Most of the kids came. We were around 21 kids who stayed with Bharati ma'am full day and night. And on the 21st day, we performed with her. So this was the event.
Oh.
And Bharati ma'am is coming from Delhi, all the way from Delhi to take a workshop. And we are all almost the same age group, 15, some of us 10, almost same. Until that point, honestly, I was a very, very lazy dancer in the sense I loved Abhinayam. I loved doing Abhinayam, but I disliked the Nritta part. One main thing was my foot is flat, so whenever I do the Aramandi stampings, it used to pain like hell. So even though I got prizes and everything for youth festivals, I never liked doing it. So I never ever thought that I'll take up dance anytime seriously. It's just floating by, that's all. Since Amma forced me and then my school teachers forced me, I just used to continue, that's all. But that day, the first day of our workshop, of course we started with few yoga, breathing exercises and few Surya Namaskars and all that. Then we will have our breakfast, and after that starts with the churippu. The churippu, the moment the churippus were done, and then she started with the Chodasadagam. Chodasadagam is the first group in her style. I don't know, something struck me, and in fact all the parents were standing around watching us do it, okay? They are also seeing the style first time. When there was a break, when she gave us a break, she was so sweet. Bharati ma'am, when you meet her in person, she is like a mother figure, so humble, so simple.
Yes.
So that of course was I don't know, I got instantly attached to her. But in this break time, I just went to Amma and said, this is what I'm going to do from now on.
Your mother?
My mother. Remember, I would never ever practice without Amma telling me till that time. Okay? I was like that. But from that time till my
workshop?
Till my marriage, that is at the age of 24, I haven't missed even one day's practice. And it was such a complete change. I don't know what triggered actually. Was it the style? Was it ma'am? Was it some previous birth connection with her? I don't know. Something tremendously changed in me. And I don't know. From then on, I've been with her all the time.
You are so blessed to be her favorite and senior student, I feel.
I'm not the senior most. I came much later. There are so many other seniors. But yeah, one of the seniors, that's all.
And
but yeah, it was, who is she? Where was she? And who am I? Where was I? She came all the way from Delhi to Calicut just to conduct this workshop for somebody else. It was for Jayaprabha Menon that she did this workshop at Calicut, who was her student at that time. It's just destiny, I think, and
blessing.
Yeah, great blessing. If not for her, I don't think I would have continued dance.
Of course. And and I feel like you are so blessed to be with her and experience with her so many countries across the world. So how do you feel that experience? How it contributed towards you?
First of all, dancing with your guru is itself a blessing. That is, but then just because of her, all of us, we were 6 of us who were constantly with her for many programs. I wouldn't say all after that, due to exams, many things we had to miss few programs, but still, most of us made it for almost all programs that she called us for. And all programs were, quality programs. Like Murti Bhavan, we had to perform before all the dignitaries. Then India Habitat Center, so many places I can't name because every place is equally important. Then Bolshoi Theatre in Russia, in Germany, so many places, US. Then we got to travel with the Vice President of India as a formal exchange program between India and Southeast Asian countries. All this, I don't know, being a normal girl from Kerala wouldn't have been possible without her. And that exposure definitely would have changed something in us, don't know. Of course, there is a lot of experience involved. But above all that, I think dancing with my guru was the, every time, how many stages is the greatest experience.
How is her way of molding you?
Yeah, again, she has given us, each one of us, greatest freedom. She teaches a student as per the student's qualities. So each student she would tackle in a different way. For me, I am somebody that I want freedom. I can't, if someone shows me a particular thing, I will do that, but there will be something of mine added in that. I am somebody like that. It comes out automatically and I can't just imitate. She gave me that freedom, especially for Abhinaya pieces. When she taught, she will explain the meanings, she will show different hand gestures that can be used. But every time she shows, it would be a different one. So we were free to choose what we wanted. And then she will make me listen to the song. She will herself sing and make us understand the song. And then that's it. She will show the whole item 1 or 2 times and she'll leave me like that. Then I will sit and ponder about it, think about it, keep doing it in front of, for Abhinaya, my greatest friend is my mirror. I will keep doing it till I feel satisfied. Sometimes it has happened that what I do has turned out completely of a different aspect, especially the Ashtapadis. The viewpoint I have and the viewpoint ma'am has are different. The way she looks at Radha is different from my concept of Radha. But she has given me the freedom to interpret it my way. I used to do that way and she said, you are doing your version, I am doing my version, which is good, let it be. Even for the Nritta, each one of us, her students, has a different style. Though we are all doing exactly same Adavu and we have rules, it's not that we don't have rules within the system. But still, each one of us has that individual thing about their dance, which she encourages. That's why it is different, right? If she had said, no, you have to copy me exactly this way, it wouldn't have happened. But that freedom she has always given and she loves it. She says you have to develop, you have to find your own path.
What do you feel, which is something very unique about Bharati dance style from the other Mohiniyattam styles?
The way she approaches a choreography, I'll start with that. That one, it's very lyrical. If you compare it to the general choreography done, she has approached it in a much more aesthetic, much more lyrical way, in interweaving the Abhinaya and the Adavus. Of of course, Mohiniyattam at that time was an evolving style. It is still so, but it has come a long way since then. But her choreography stands apart because of her lyrical and aesthetic sense. That is one thing. Then the Nritta aspect, when you look at it, of course, she feels that unless you move your body, you cannot make the circular patterns justified. So any movement in a Mohiniyattam has to basically have that circular pattern, and you have to make it happen with your body, not just with, you can make, for example, a movement like this. You can make the round just with the hands or your head alone without moving your body much. But that is not her concept. She says, no, you have to make the shape with your body as well as hands and head. So that is one thing. So she has introduced a lot of torso pushing and pulling, and a lot of relaxed movements for the neck. So I think these two factors, the movement of the torso, the Unnatam Natam pattern which we follow, and the neck relaxed patterns, is what is keeping it a little different from the other style. But each style has its own, beauty aspect. This is the beauty of Bharati ma'am's style, that it is so much grace. Of course, some people argue that why should you move your body so much for getting grace like this? It's each different perceptions, that's all. It's just how you perceive it, how you look at it, what is the attitude with which you look at it. It's just that. Otherwise, where is it written that you should not do like this? Does Natya Shastra say it? I mean, that is the oldest treatise that we have on Natya. But Bharata himself has, explained all the angas and upangas, minutest detail, and in fact, every anga upanga is used. Yeah, so you cannot say this is wrong, this is right. No, there's nothing like that. What is tradition? What do you mean by tradition? Today, what you do becomes a tradition tomorrow. So there's no meaning saying this is traditional, that is traditional. The people who say it are saying it from their concept, their attitude of perceiving the world. That's all.
And I think even she had, in her style, she had brought in from different other art forms also.
Yeah, she did a lot of research. I think none of the Malayalis have done so much of research. She did, despite being a Tamilian, she travelled the length and breadth of Kerala, searching for clues where she could borrow aspects, or she could first her aim was just to understand the culture of Kerala. Of course, with the help of Narayanan sir. Yeah. Ashtapatis came much later, but I'm saying when she initially came to Kerala, she knew nothing about Kerala. So it was with the help of Kavalam sir under a project taken by them together for Sangeet Natak Academy that they started this research work. So the first thing Kavalam sir did was to take her to all the gurus of the prevailing art forms and some of the old lost art forms, whoever they could find. Go and see it personally, watch it, and it's an experience. It's not that you write on it or you record it. She had no gadgets, nothing. It was just in her memory. She perceived it, and after meeting all of them, interacting with all of them, and Kavalam sir at that time used to have so many artists coming to his place. Evening they would have a discussion there, or not dance, anything related to art. So that itself was a great experience. She learned a lot from all those. And of course, when they decided to make a new repertoire for Mohiniyattam for this project, all these experiences just came. It was creative effort. So even today when she says this is inspired from, say, Arjunanattam or Padayani or Teyyam or Kummi, Kalari. Yes, when she says all that, but she can't exactly pinpoint what was the influencing factor or what exactly I have taken. She can't do that. Even if we see the adavus that have come out of those things, we can't say this has come from Kalari or this has come exactly from Arjunanattam. No, it's a mixture of all the experience she had. It's a beautiful amalgamation of things she has experienced.
And she had even
And that's her research work, you know. She never wrote down on anything like that, but her entire dance journey has been her research. That's all.
even experimented with the music side.
Music, definitely with Kavalam sir. Kavalam sir was of the opinion that, you know, being a form of Kerala, we should use something which reminds us of Kerala. You know, the aesthetics around it, be it the aharya, the dress, be it the music, everything should have a taste of Kerala. So for that, to get a taste of Kerala, the best music source would be Sopanam, not Carnatic. You know, when we have our own system of rendering, which is so much filled with bhakti, and bhakti being the main element even for Mohiniyattam, it is bhakti shringaram. It's not just shringaram that we do, it's bhakti shringaram. So that being the case, and also there is a similarity between Mohiniyattam and Sopanam, the pace.
Yes.
Even for Sopanam, they sing it, you know, with a very elaborate akaram. A lot of time taken to sing. Stretching each syllable or each swara. It's the same with Mohiniyattam. We need a lot of time to probably make a movement. Yeah, so much concentration goes in a movement. So we need time. We can't do it as quickly as Bharatanatyam or other styles. So that matches, isn't it? That music and dance matches. So he said this is the best. Of course, that doesn't mean that you cannot ever use other music styles. No, ma'am herself has done even Swan Lake, you know, which is a complete Western classical.
How do you feel everyday routine of a dancer would be?
I think will be different for each dancer. I mean, for me personally, it is yoga which helps me a lot. I follow certain kriyas, then Surya Namaskaram helps a lot. Then few stretches, normal stretches and all I do. And I have formed a warm-up pattern depending on Mohiniyattam adavus, that also we do. But I think the warm-up, a good 15 to 20 minutes of warm-up is necessary before even a performance, not just on a daily basis. It is necessary, and even a plain shavasana after your practice for a few minutes is definitely going to help. So this should be the ideal case every day, but I do miss a few days sometimes, but I try maximum to at least do something on a daily basis, at least one to two items I do. Yeah. But again, it is not just a physical activity. Dance is not just a physical activity, because ultimately what you are reflects on the stage, isn't it? So it is your whole personality that you have to mentor.
Thank you. Srimati Vinaya Narayanan is the daughter of famous historian M.G.S. Narayanan. So, as the daughter of such a great person, what are the qualities you feel like you imbibed from him?
There are many actually. There are many good qualities that I have imbibed from him. Now that I reflect back, I know it is from him. And then few negatives which I wanted to avoid too. But let me tell the positives. The main thing is his passion towards his work. For him, he always used to say, I'm a karma yogi. So he always gave everything to his passion, to his work. He didn't live for anybody's approval or appreciation or to get some reward. Nothing. He just lived his life. Whatever he wanted to learn, he learned it. Whatever his passion took him towards, whichever line, be it art, he used to draw very well initially. Be it writing poems, he used to write poems. Be it astronomy, astrology, he used to even do many things. I mean, there are so many books gathered by him in our house, and I think every stream of knowledge, probably except maths, is covered in there. Any topic you ask him in any stream, he will answer. He will have an answer, and he will even tell you, go to that rack and this number book, take that book, this page you see. I mean, his memory is so pinpointed. He's like an encyclopedia, walking encyclopedia. Achin has certainly influenced both of us, me and my brother, for reading. And reading without even thinking what you're reading. Mostly non-fiction material. Gandhiji's book, for example, book has influenced me a lot. I still have that book where I have underlined that time certain portions, and such things. I mean, he always encouraged. Then he lived with certain principles in his life. He always used to tell my mother that you should not live with fear. And a person who has few values in life will never have fear. What are those things? According to him, if you don't want money, if you don't want possessions, if you don't want fame or acceptance from others, if you don't want power or position, basically these four are the main. There are many, but these four he often used to insist. Then you will have no fear. Now, why should you have fear? No fear. Of course, which is true. Somebody who is living such a free life has no concerns about money, making possessions, having possessions. It's a free bird. It's a free life for him. And he lived till today in that principle. He never wanted to make money. In fact, he was afraid of making money. The thought that, when you have money, you tend to become more fearful. So, and then when he married my mother, I've heard it from my mother. She always used to say, soon after the marriage, it seems my father told her that I have so far lived with certain principles. I would be happy if you all also can follow it. The first thing he said, his conditions, was that I will never have my own house. He will not own a house. Second, he will not own a vehicle. Third, he will not buy jewelry, especially gold. Fourth, he will never do idol worship at home or outside. These were the main four things he told her. Again, she told me only these four things. But unfortunately, he had to break all these rules because of me. I'll tell you why. Because the first thing, that I will not own a house, happened because of his very close friend. His friend was buying a property and he insisted, and then just said, it's just this much money, you have to do it for me. And then, he literally pulled him and then made him take it. It was some society land. Then, I don't know, they were a few friends together were planning to get it at that time. So Achin, they said, okay, finally. He said yes. And that was the first and last property we ever had. Then about owning a vehicle, He did have a moped for some time because it was necessary for him to move around inside the campus. He never took it outside. Inside the university campus, he used to ride it. I don't know why he broke that thing for himself. I don't know the reason. But at later time, he decided no, it was dangerous to ride a bike because he oftentimes would be absent-minded. He would be thinking loud. He will be talking to himself. He's always in his, in his memory, in his mind, something or the other talk is going on. So in such a state, a person should never drive. That it's for the safety of himself and others. So he decided I will not get. So that second rule, in a way, he did afterwards. We don't have a vehicle now. Then third thing, he will never get a jewelry. Of course, my mother never had any liking for any kind of luxury ever. So she was happy. But when I was born much later in their life. I was a unexpected child, I could say. So when I was born, of course, Achan didn't do any kind of ceremony for me. The Vidyarambham never happened. Nothing ever happened formally for me. He would not even allow lighting of a lamp at home. That was his rule then. But when I started growing up, I started liking, other kids I used to see with the chelange, the bells, the anklets, and I started asking, where is this from? What is this? And then when I started asking questions like that, my mother told Achan, if you won't buy for her, other people will start buying it for her. So you please better buy something for her before she begs somebody else. So like that, Achan allowed Amma to get something, and that's how he let me pierce the ears much later. So that again, but again, still for my wedding, he said, if you're my daughter, you will just wear a tali chain and go to the wedding hall. And then my mother's relatives and all argued, tali chain is given by not by us, but by the groom. So no, this is not done. They opposed him. I was ready. I that time I had no. Even now, gold is the least priority. So I was ready, but then nobody agreed to it. Then Achan had to relent to that. But I did not wear too many, just a little. In fact, because we didn't buy, many relatives gave there, and that's how I wore it. Then, which was the fourth one, that idol worship. Again, idol worship I only broke because I wanted a Krishna statue. I think I was in second or third standard, and my father's sister used to come and make me say some chants, and she taught me few bhajans and all that. And I used to sing that. I used to love it, and I would go on chanting Narayana Narayana or something like that. And Achan will ridicule from there, why I'm sitting right here, why are you calling my name? But then I started demanding, I want a statue. Every time I used to go for some weddings or something to Guruvayur, and I would see so many statues of Krishna, I would demand, I want one. Then again, my father's sister got one for me, and that has been my favorite. And so that also broke. So none of these principles he could continue, but certain other principles like truth, following the truth, you cannot find him saying any lies, not even as a joke. No. Whatever he believes in, whatever is his truth, he believes in that, and he says only that. Then passion towards your work, whatever you do. Then complete attention, concentration. I mean, you cannot divert his attention, whatever you try. If he is into his work, nothing can take him away from it. That kind of dedication is amazing. Then fearlessness. I have definitely imbibed that fearlessness from him. I don't have fear. So fear in the sense, rather than not having fear, you are brave. When, as I said, as Achin says, no, these, if one doesn't want name, fame, money, possession, power, then there's nothing to fear. You are just living your life the way you want it. There's nobody else you want to convince about it, because it's your life, it's your journey, it's your exploration. That's all. So that, and then what? Basically, these fearlessness is something I have. Sometimes I astonish myself. I think, how did I take a stand like that? I don't know. It's his thing that I'm probably imitating. I don't know. So there are so many good things. Few negatives are there, but I don't want to say those, because it's about their personal life. Achan would get angry with Amma. So say things are easily avoidable things. So we always knew what we should avoid, me and my brother, and we never imitated that in our life. So that is the thing.
If you were not a dancer, what would you have been, Vinaya?
If I were not a dancer, I really don't know, Nisha. I don't know, because I am not a person who plans my life. I'm just living the way things are happening to me. I'm just following that way. Nothing I have ever done with a planning. So I really don't know what I would have turned up.
But you have so many other passions also, right?
It's all related to my love of aesthetics, I suppose, or my love of art. Because art is not just one means. No? There are various ways of expressing your art. Basically, I'm an artist by a heart. I love colors. I love gardening. I love interior work, interior designing. Anything creative. I love painting. Not painting. Basically, I'm in love with colors. So the painting, I try to do a little bit of mural painting. I learned it from my sir, Babi Shanella. Little bit whenever I feel like I do, but I'm a lazy person, and now then I'm trying to learn Veena now. I'm trying to learn Edekya. Singing, of course, is part of my journey, has been till now. It will continue. But my first and last love, not last, but first love is dance. And everything else helps me understand the dance better. Like, for example, the way you draw, how your hand moves. It's the same thing that you do with your body when you dance. When you think about it, you are the brush and the space around you is the canvas. So how would you take a movement? How will you initiate a movement? How will you end it? How do you go through the journey? If little bit concentration goes, your circle or line will go haywire, isn't it? So that kind of a pinpointed attention, how do you give? How do you give it for painting or drawing? That same approach you can adopt to dance, or rather it is what you're doing in dance, but only when you learn other art forms or other things that you actually put a thought into it and, analyze it as a student. So every art form has only helped in, bettering probably the dance.
Thank you so much. We would also like to hear about your family, Vinaya.
My husband is an IT professional, Manoj Ramarajan. And I have two daughters, twin daughters. They are right now in the 11th.
They are also dancers?
They are not dancers, but they are artists by nature. And they have a good artistic sense, which comes out in the form of, they appreciate all the beautiful things. They decorate their things, they want to keep the room this way, that way. Certain things, then they love photography, things like that. But I have tried my level best to teach them dance and music. They know the basics, they have learnt it. but that is not their passion as of now. So I didn't force
They're
them.
yet to be identified
I
properly.
don't know whether they'll come back to it later, but they draw very well. Both of them draw very well. They write very well. They have a very good writing capacity. They have a very artistic life, definitely, but not in this dance field.
And what about Cookie and
Yeah, and we have two doggies, Cookie and Bubble. One is a golden retriever, and one we adopted is an Indian breed. They are like my third and fourth children, of course, because we treat them like that. They sleep with us, everything like another baby, and much more attached to me than even my own kids.
That's excellent. And one last question. What are your future aspirations towards Mohiniyattam? What are your dreams towards your life?
I have no dreams as such. As I told you, I never plan my life. I'm just taking it the way it comes. If good comes, I will accept. Bad thing come, then also I'm okay. So I have no aspirations as such, but my passion drives me. So wherever something connected with Mohiniyattam, especially Mohiniyattam, I see Mohiniyattam like my guru only. Like she also sees Mohiniyattam as her child. For me, Mohiniyattam is not my child. It's my mother or it's my guru. So that drives me. Whatever connected to that, whatever I could do from my part towards bettering it, I will keep doing. But I have no aspirations as such. Definitely to continue and spread this Bharati Shivaji style of Mohiniyattam is one of my main mission. I want to do it the way I can. Then I love teaching. My passion is for teaching. So I will continue teaching as now and performing whenever possible. But honestly, more than performance, I love teaching. I love observing because I learn a lot when I teach, and it definitely has helped me grow spiritually also. A lot. I can't explain how, but a lot. And yeah, that's it. I love seeing the progress of my students. I want to see them get somewhere and carry on this tradition, the next generation. So I look forward to that. Probably that is my goal.
Thank you so much, Vinaya. It was really an amazing talk with you. Lot of experiences, lot of learnings. Thank you so much and wish you all the best.
Thank you, Nisha, for such a sweet time. Thank you so much.
Thank you.